Cause I'm a work of art. Yeah, I'm hot shit, so pretty and smart. Oh, everybody take a look at me. Look at me, Moxie. Me, Moxie.
Yeah, no, you just stop.
Hi! Yes, I haven't uploaded anything for a while, even though I kinda promise it won't happen. But I have been busy on my thesis so I can finally graduate. And I did! I don't have to worry about school anymore! Unless I apply for a PhD, but I don't want to think about it at the moment. What I do want to think about is Helluva Boss, especially Unhappy Campers and how good it was. Heck, it's probably the best of this season, but I still prefer Circus because Tolus. Although it's still weirdly getting hate, and I really don't get it. The episode was great. It focused more on Moxie and Millie, especially Millie for a change. The pacing was good, and in general, it's pretty entertaining. So I don't see where the issue is here. No, wait, I do. People think this ruined Moxie and Eminem's relationship because they refuse to put any thoughts towards this show. But I guess you can't please everyone, and that's okay. So, going back to the episode. I don't think Moxie was acting out of character, rather, the episode highlighted that ugly part of his character even more. It was always apparent when he keeps chastising Blitz, even though he's supposed to be his freaking boss. And yes, you can argue that he deserves it, but he was definitely being petty in Harvest Moon Festival when he entered the pain games just so he could stick it to Striker. And when he was revealed to own an angelic weapon, he just...
While I'm relatively concerned by your possession of this, I'm also glad my instant dislike of you has been validated.
Priorities, Moxie. I mean, he didn't even use his gun because that wouldn't make him look strong or something. Although I can see people getting too distracted by Striker to notice. And I can't blame them. Heck, I'm getting distracted by him right now, so I totally understand. So when he acted the way he did in Unhappy Campers, I wasn't so surprised. From the way he overcomplicated their mission to the way he acted towards Millie when she got people to like her instead of him, and going against his plan, which was needlessly complicated, mind you. The client's reasoning made total sense, so he didn't need to gather information from the campers as his bitchy character and introduce himself like a 14-year-old would with their OC. And the killer was practically begging to get caught, so in hindsight, he was making it harder for everyone for no reason. Or is there a reason? Yeah, I guess it's no secret that Moxie craves validation from Blitz, especially after X's and O's. So that mixed with his personality, of course he would treat this case like a legit murder mystery where he's the lead detective, or more like the detective and Millie is just an assistant or something, and follow his meticulous plan just to impress Blitz. Funny how that turned out.
Gonna be honest, Moxie, not too bad for your first solo mission.
Really, sir?
No, not really. You're a fucking disgrace.
So of course he wouldn't listen to Millie and kill the first suspicious guy they encounter, and wouldn't simply use Millie to collect information from the campers instead of him since everyone already liked her. All because they have to do it his way. To the point he tried to make people like him through her instead of just letting her do the investigating because that's not what he planned. And you'd think Moxie is smart enough to at least think about it. However, I think the reason why he didn't is because that would make him seem like a failure in a way, since Blitz appointed him to lead and not Millie. So I can understand why he didn't. And his jealous outburst, that was just painful to watch, especially since Millie spent the entire episode comforting him and boosting his confidence. And yes, he realized he messed up right afterwards and apologized later, but still. Which brings us to Millie, who simply was incredible in this episode. I loved her outfit, the fact she got the whole world to like her by just being herself, which definitely checks out. And I loved how happy she was about it, which did get me thinking about how her home life was like, since we know she grew up in a farm with a lot of siblings, and I wonder if that didn't allow her to shine and stand out whether she wanted it or not. But she is the only daughter, so I'm sure she was getting some extra attention from her parents. Now hear me out. Seeing Millie's hostile attitude towards Sally Mae in Harvest Moon Festival made me think that the special attention she was receiving because she was the only girl suddenly disappeared after Sally Mae transitioned, and she's still not over that. Kinda like how someone was the only child for a while and then gets a sibling all of a sudden. And I know that feeling all too well. But then again, I could be wrong and everything I just said will be meaningless, but I do find it interesting if it was the case. Okay, back to the episode. Millie is gaining some fans and she loves it. She even sings a song about it, which was okay. I mean, it explains to us that she doesn't think she's so special and therefore she really doesn't know why she got so many fans all of a sudden, which is good for her character, but I think the song itself is alright at best. But still pretty funny. But Moxie doesn't seem to like it though, because he wasn't able to get anything from anyone because they're all busy swooning over Millie. Oh no, that's horrible. Whatever shall he do? Maybe the obvious thing and let Millie handle it? Or, do the other obvious thing and just kill that guy?
No! I have to do this right.
Of course you have. And Millie doesn't try to argue with him and actually try to help him be more popular through her. And that's how we got this gem. And she didn't even downplay the situation or even to tell him to get over it. And actually tried to make him feel better. Until...
All week it's been, oh, look at Millard. Isn't he great? Oh, look how talented Millard is. We have a job to do, and you're off dancing for views. Why does it matter so much how these yokels feel about you?
Just no. Also, you're the one who cried because these yokels didn't like you. And she's rightfully angry at Moxie for not even returning the favor and supporting her like she did. And here is where people say they ruined their relationship, which I don't think is the case, because up to this point, Millie and Moxie's relationship has been too perfect. So having them disagree and apologize later is not only realistic, it's also healthy. It's normal for couples to fight, sometimes. It's not like the relationship has to end after the first quarrel. And if the problem is the reason why they were fighting, I get it, but I do think it's more because Moxie has been building up his frustrations for a whole week and just took it all out on Millie, which was bad, but he clearly realized his mistake immediately afterward and apologized later. And it's not like it felt forced or anything, so I don't really see anything wrong with showing a couple going through their disagreements in a healthy way. So I don't think this episode ruined them. If anything, it made them look better, or at least to me. That's all I have to say about Moxie and Millie, so I'll just move on to Blitz, who was given the B plot in this episode, but I think it was fine since the pacing was actually good this time, so it wasn't jarring like the last episode. Even if the hospital scene made me think that Blitz actually went to visit Stolas, and my disappointment after realizing he didn't was indescribable. But I guess that one was on me. His role in the episode consisted of looking for his twin sister, Barbie Wire, that we still don't know much about other than she's mad at Blitz for something, which is pretty disappointing because I was looking forward to know more about her, but I guess the fact that she has an Asmodean crystal makes her at least part succubus, and in turn Blitz as well. And that proved that theory, so there's that. He also didn't fight Barbie when she was telling him off, and looked pretty remorseful, so he either acknowledges his misdeed or at least blames himself for it, whatever it is. My guess is he was indirectly the cause of their mother's death, and that drove Barbie to addiction, which is why she didn't appreciate Blitz's efforts to help her. And this is just a guess really, it's not like we have much to base a theory off of. But I gotta admit the air of mystery around her is intriguing, so it's fine. Also, the next episode will be about Frizzeroli and Asmodeus, and I can't wait for it. All in all, the episode was great. I always love to see Moxie and Millie together. I wish you could have had more of Barbie, but I can understand the episode was just an introduction to her character, so I look forward to see her again. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Bye!